want to move on to a subject of energy crisis. It's with us. Well, the Paramount Chief of Western Nzema traditional area, Awulai Ano Ajay III, is rallying the Ghanaian youth to hit the streets and stay there for months to force government to address the insurgents and power crisis. And he believes that there needs to be a revolution. He says the John Mahama-led administration has promised to fix the erratic supply since the close of 2015, but so far he believes nothing has been done. And he's described protests as ineffective and a joke because government sees that as normal. He believes something more drastic needs to be done. We're also having the Tama District Council of Labour after the TUC. They are the most vibrant. And well, they expect to meet with the police to finalize their plans to embark on a demonstration over the recent increment in fuel prices, all related to energy provision and things like that. That's how we differ.
Well, the insensitivity of the John Mahama administration is now gone beyond comprehension. If a couple of weeks ago we had almost 10%, 9% increment on all across board, all fuel prices. Even as we struggle to adapt to the 24 off and 12 hour on Dumso regime that we are grappling with. I am not sure if it's because of lack of production of energy or it is about money. Whichever it is, the government is not really coming out clearly for us to appreciate. The president himself had calls on so many occasions. Probably the last count was about 8 or 9 to give us timelines and as to how or when the energy crisis would end. We're still here. I'm not sure how your company is able to be online 24 hours. I'm not sure. I can only envisage that you're spending so much on fuel to man your generators. I have so many generators because of the type of job I do across the country. And so I know our cost of production has gone up more than 50% from January to today. Even though you are increasing it by 10%, running costs, cost of spare parts and everything else has gone up. And the president doesn't seem, or the government doesn't seem to have solutions or doesn't seem to care. Because Ghanaians, I mean, we forget easily and we are docile. Probably that is why the chief, the Nzema chief, is asking that there should be consistent agitation, labor unrest, to tell the government that, look...
To what effect? We have plans that have been outlined. In the short term, we're supposed to have a badge or 2 badges. The badges will be available in September. What else do you want? You organize a number of protests and still the plans are what they are.
Well, if that is what you have, September, you've given us, how sure can you be that September you're going to have any badge coming in? We're given the last date we were given was in April. Okay, so nothing happened. How sure are we? So we should find a way out of this situation. This is not rocket science. We've had electricity for centuries. And so if they cannot do it, they should call in experts, they should call in other, they should bring on board other people. Nobody stops us from consulting other Ghanaians who are experts in energy generation and distribution, or even going outside our borders to bring in people who would help us. If it's about money, let's tell the Ghanaians that, look, probably our production cost, the cost of generating electricity and selling the city is too low. The difference is too high. We cannot sustain it. So this is what we want to do. And then we pick from there. But to tell us over and over again that you're going to resolve the energy crisis tomorrow, after tomorrow, I think we need some pressure, more pressure to be put on the government. Sustainable, not 3-hour or 4-hour demonstration. Daily, we should go and come, be somewhere and ensure that...
So there should be consistent picketing.
Exactly, we should. But see, our laws are also very funny, where you have to agree with the police and all that, and even the court can stop you from
well, everywhere, even in the US, you still need to agree.
I'm talking about how our law is impacting us negatively. The court can tell you, don't do it. So even if the citizenry for whom the laws are made to protect and to ensure that they live peacefully in this country. Sometimes the police can urge the court to stop you from picketing. You can't congregate anywhere without police permit. They say permit or permission or whatever. But if they can stop me, then I don't have that freedom of congregating. And that can also reduce the pressure that can be brought on the government. Let the government come, let the president come clearly and tell us the challenges they are facing. Obviously, anybody from anywhere would know that Ghana is suffering and it's affecting everything. Our investments and our even tourism, everything that comes into this country would be affected by our current energy crisis. And I'm just wondering what is going through the mind of the president if this goes on the next year. September, seriously, we'll be here again, and I tell you, we are not going to get any bad coming in.
Energy crisis, the protests, and the consistent timeline. Now the timelines have been fixed. We're told that now by September it should happen. If the demonstration should be apt, it will make your government more unpopular.
Well, Roland, I don't see anything that will make the government unpopular, because there are a lot of plans afoot.
Plans for which you don't meet deadlines.
I will meet you. I'll give you an example now. Just pass through Abaka Junction, through the street. You see that? They are taking off some power and using natural energy, solar. They are building it. So it's another step that the part of the plans that the government outlined that he's going to use it to remedy the situation. He's on it. You see, I am taken aback with a statement made by my own brother and the eminent chief in Nzema.
I will lie.
Yeah. The House of Chiefs, they too, they are part of Ghana. They are part of Ghana. So if they too see anything wrong, they also can come and do the demonstration. Why do they call the youth to go and do it? They too, they are citizens. So if they see something wrong, they should also come and congregate. Go on fasting, as they are indicating the youth to go and fast and die. That they too, they will die there. I mean, if there's a national crisis, we should all put our hand on deck and make sure that positive advice that will help to ameliorate the problem is put out there. It will help this nation. Than using this subversive advice, it will help. And above all, the Minister for Energy is not his subject.
Well, that's why he's even more worried.
So you should call him. You should call him, and whatever advice he has, you should give it to his subject. Ask him. The executive director for...
I mean, sir, let's be realistic. The point is that we've not been able to meet the timelines. Government has consistently given these timelines, and once those timelines have not been met, there have repercussions on performance of industries and their overhead costs and production costs.
My brother, we all know, me sitting here, it's affecting me. It affects you. I was here this morning. A gentleman came to this office without ironing his dress. He brought the dresses. He was looking for iron to iron. And that's what I said. He said, John Mama visited me. He said, John Mama is here, ECG managing director. It's not John Mama. It's ECG. Because of lack of prudent measures that has brought all this into us. You understand? There is a problem which the president himself admits. And he's making frantic effort to resolve it. All what we need, we also backed him with sincerity and good heart. So at the end of the day, we overcome it. And like I told you, they are taking off. They are using solar. If you, like I've shown you, if you like pass through this way, you see it. They are taking all this traffic light or whatever that consumes the what do you call it, the hydro one and the street light from it, so that it will increase the volume of energy that a corporate institution can use it. He says he's going to bring a badge. He says September. We are waiting to see the September. You understand? But what I'm saying is that if you have any good advice that you want to give, your subject is the minister. Call him home, and whatever technique you think we can use it, the pressure we can give it to him. And two, the gas, the what do you call it, Atrabo gas plant. His subject is the chief executive. You should call all of them home and advise them.
But that's not the issue, right?
That's not the issue.
It's not about you calling your subject and asking. That's not the issue. The issue is what really are the strategies and what are the plans? Because consistently, people seem to be reeling under this very condition. And as a result of that, we've even had a leading traditional area chief coming to say that consistently what has been done in the past by way of the protest is not enough, and that a lot more pressure needs to be put on government, which will be prolonged in a certain way that will ultimately make your government unpopular.
Roland, I don't have any dispute about he airing his opinion about the issue. But the form, I'm saying that if you said what Yvonne Nelson and his group did was not enough, then you have enough measures, come with it. You do as traditional authority, you hold the whole area. Come with your people to Accra.
But that's not fair, sir.
Why?
It's not fair talk.
But is it one? This one is also fair.
What did he say?
Listen, Ajay the Third described as such protests as ineffective and a joke because the government sees that normal. I mean, what is it fair? Am I sure is it fair?
Well,
now, let's wrap up on this.
My brother, I don't know why you are so emotional about this. You accept that.
I think it's emotional because he feels that people are not patient enough.
That is it.
Oh yes, five years.
And that they know their strategies, but they are not patient.
5 years. 5 years.
He has outlined the measures for you. So what do you want to do?
5 years and
we just have to wait.
5 years and
we're getting into June, July, August, September.
5 years and still counting.
We have about 3
Yes, I was happy when I saw the traffic light being taken off grade.
Oh, you've seen that?
I've seen a couple. Yes,
they're doing it.
I've seen a couple of traffic lights being taken off grade and then put on.
And with the street light.
And you see, this is where I have my problem. We can do this on a much large scale. Solar energy might be quote and unquote expensive, but if we are doing it on a much larger scale, individual homes, taking all homes off grid, because at least the same. The homes use lesser energy required than the institutions and companies. So if we can take all the houses off grid, at least we can save some energy and distribute to industry. But to do this in piecemeal shows the priority and the urgency with which the government puts on our energy crisis. I wish that you're going to tell me that there have been 2 million solar panels coming into the country, and this is the number of households we have in the country. Solar energy is abundant, and it's free, and it's clean. In 2007, I wrote an article in MBA, University of Ghana, on University of Ghana website about the need to change our energy mix. Yeah, right.
That's your
yes. They need to change our energy mix.
We never listened. 2007, you said?
2007, yes, 2007.
Nobody listened.
Well, like most of the things that I write, nobody will listen. And
the next time you write, try and give me the link so I'll read.
And we are here priding ourselves with traffic lights being taken off grid. It's a good step, but it's a step too late and too little. I wish that we could go to whichever country.
Well, better late than never.
Yes, let's tell the government, let's tell the president
can't just
that
rubbish everything. And
I'm not rubbishing it at all. For me, in fact, clean energy.
Solar is still being advocated. Actually,
clean energy is my major priority, and in any day I'll go for it. Okay. No matter how expensive it is now, in the long run it pays for itself. So please, my brother, let's push government more, push the president more. I thought that you were going to tell Ulai that yes, I agree with your sentiment and your frustration. We all have, and we are all thinking, how can we get the government to do things right and make sure that we get energy? But to rubbish him and think that what he's doing, he should call his subjects. In our country, the law is the president. He is an executive president, and his subject, even though he's
what do you want the president? The president has announced steps. He says that budgets are coming, and over time we have independent power producers also undertaking a lot of things.
All these things. All these things we've heard them before. We heard them in.
That's the problem, right? Even they become cliches.
Even at the IEA debates, we heard the president. You see, if you know the problem, getting the solution is half the work done. So In 2008, the president told us at IEA that yes, the energy crisis would be off by December.
You mean 2012?
By December 2009. 2012, I mean 2012. That's what he told us. So we are here again talking. Look, my brother, let's push the government to bring in more solar energy panels.
Wrap up on
Fred,
thank you.
Let me tell you, I'm somebody, I always try to face the issue objectively.
But you're communicating too, so you can't just
Let me
feel
tell
that you can just speak your heart out.
No,
not minding people's emotions.
No, because look.
Because you can't just say
somebody.
These are traditional chiefs.
No. Listen. That is why they say chiefs should not do politics. Because a little girl see interest organizing people to show their disappreciation or disaffection about whatever is going on. Then you condemn and say that what they did is a joke. I mean, commend the lady. And so what you did is okay, but this is the way we should. You say it's a joke. And if it's a joke and you have the right form of doing it, come with your people and do it.
So you need solutions.
Yes, solution we are talking about. Look at it.
So, but your solutions have not been working.
No,
and you think the country and you think the country need to wait for you till your solutions come to fruition.
I've indicated some of the steps that he outlined is being pursued, and I've shown you with an example that go out there and see it. It's just to ameliorate the problem, and he's doing it. And two, if I knew that this is what we're going to discuss, I would have seen the energy people and get the solar system that they plan for household. What do you call it?
Next week when we invite you,
yeah,
please get that.
I will see that and the micro.
Finish that.
For
and I will remind you this weekend. I'll come to your area.
And the micro enterprises, barbers and what the plans that they have.
I'll visit you and remind you.
Don't worry.
This weekend.
Plans that they have for them. I would have consulted them.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
So the government is not joking.
And thanks for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure, and we know that the mood is not right for the party, but we hope that you'll resolve your problem soon.
We will help them to resolve it.
Okay, and the NDC says
we'll give them free advice.
And the gentleman speaking is George Kuntu Blankson, former member of parliament for Infantimani. It's that constituency is now a Kumfi. And thanks for joining me.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, and Fred Amankwasafo is also a member of the MPP's communication team. Fred, have a good day.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right.